Hello everyone, this is an InvestGLass how-to video, and today I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful form, the same form that you see here on our public website. So into today's video, we will show you how to create a form. This can be used also if you are building surveys, online quizzes, or even more complex digital contracts. For instance, if you're a bank or insurance, we have all you need. So first, as you see on my screen, you should have a website. Here I have a website working on WordPress. I'm pretty sure that you're familiar with that. And I'm using the visual editor of DV Elegant. So DV Elegant is a provider of themes and templates. And I've been added this iframe code. So don't be afraid, you're gonna know everything about how I build this in a few minutes. First, go to your InvestGLass account and make sure that when you go to My Account Company here, you're gonna find all the custom fields that you need to record. So this is the very essential first step. Create the fields that you need to be recorded within your questionnaire. Here in my questionnaire, I found out that I don't ask on this public form the phone number, and I want to collect the phone number as well. So simply, I'm going to click on Actions. Then here, you're going to see a lot of different options. The one you want to use for this type of form is a contact. So a contact, it's you, it's me. A relation could be your company, a family office, a fiduciary, any organization that will collect multiple contacts. This is a relation. And above, you have an account. An account will be used when you have accounts, for instance, in the bank, or if you're selling goods, then you will use accounts to record the transactions, record the invoices and the contracts. So let me click on New Contact Custom Fields. So now when I edit this form, you will see all the different questions. Obviously, you have to add them one after the other. So you will first add a page. Make sure that you click on skip here, just to prevent any type of title that will be unnecessary on your onboarding form. Then click on the edit page and you'll find all the questions. Now, I want to add a field, which is the mobile phone, right? Okay, fantastic. I can set it up as mandatory. Okay, and I'm going to put it here just after the email. Okay, and save it. You have different options of designs. So this is partly important if you have a background and you want your questionnaire background here to be something else than white. This is how you customize it. You will go to here, design, and change the design options with the background image. I can put a color here. This is white, but I can also put an image, okay? There are multiple options here. We're gonna look into all those options very quickly. It would take a lot of time to actually look into all of them, but just imagine that InvestGLass will help you to record any type of information directly into the CRM. This is very handy because it will prevent you to type in a second time, partly if you're doing bank accounts. That will be a fantastic tool. On the column name, you'll have the possibility to add the name of the column. So if you're extracting this file to bring it into another tool, for instance, like MailChimp, you would like to make sure that it's the same name as you have on other tools appearing on the header of a column. This is how you would change the name. Input type will be the different type of fields that you have. There's about a little dozen of fields, from date fields, drop down, checkbox. Have a look into this. Parent questions and parent answers are made for logic. So based on an answer, you will have another question appearing. So if you're answering I like dogs, you have dogs questions. If you say I like cats, you have cats questions. And more I would say into what we see with our clients. If you say that you're US resident or Canadian resident, then you'll have specific FATCA, specific US resident questions. All right. So this is the logic system. In general, you'll find all the different, so the form type, the tags will be very helpful if you're creating some packages. So for instance, I want to create a package of multiple forms that I share at once into a package. This is where you're going to put the tag. It's also interesting if you're pushing some specific forms to a client segments. So for instance, I want to have those forms only visible on the client portal, with clients having client-facing portal tags, with contacts having client-facing portal tags. This is how I'm going to do it. Then who is going to be notified? So you can select who will be the notified members of your company, and an ending message. Once the submitter submitted the form, what will they see on the screen? Very important, where this form can be embedded, it is very important that you put your website address here and make sure, as it's specified, that it's an HTTPS. HTTPS means that there's a special certificate, SSL certificate, just to make sure that someone is not stealing your form and using it somewhere else. All right, because as you can see here, the form that we find here is a piece of code. Anyone can get it and putting it on your website. However, with this additional security, you will make sure that it should come from your website and go into your CRM, and there will be no interferences between both. Document title, version number, internal. This is particularly if you have a legal department and you want to track the answers. And then you'll have multiple options. Saving the PDF into the CRM documents is usually used by most of my clients to make sure that the answers are properly stored into a document that can be signed later on. Then you have also the possibility to show some child fields. So this is a very cool options if you're building a form for accounts and relations. So you remember, relations is multiple contacts, account is above, and you want to show into these forms some fields for the child. This is what you will use, and when you submit it, where you are directed with this form. Okay. Design, obviously most elements are aesthetic, but you also have here the button design. This is very nice because you can change the text. So if you have buttons in Spanish or in French or in Chinese, this is where you're going to change the text. This is also where you're going to change the form of the button, and more importantly, put a button on the top and the bottom. Why you would like to change the button position? Because sometimes your forms are too big and you need to have a save or a submit or an update or next button on the top, but also on the bottom of the form. So this is where you're going to change it. And to make sure that you're compliant with your branding, here you have the possibility to change the colors. And last but not least is the permissions. So the permissions will help you to save and show the form on different, I would say, elements with different security elements. Here the permission is on an account, so it's only about showing to a member, so one of your colleagues. But if I would look now into a form that is built for a contact, so here's that you're free. Let's look into this one. Get started with InvestGLass. You will find into the permission possibility to share it on the client portal. So this is very interesting if you want to update some information that are missing into your KYC and you want those information to be updated inside the portal and not through a designated targeted email. This is the option. You can also select to show the form only if you have mandatory fields that are missing. Very, very handy. Then you have an additional security. So here, basically, it's sending a form to contacts. But to open the form, the contact should make sure that they have been recognized, identified with an SMS. So this is actually going to send an SMS, a message. You can watch at the communication videos we made to explain you how this works. It sends an SMS to your prospect, and to open the form, they need to put the OTP, the one-time PIN password, inside this this form. Okay, otherwise they cannot see the actual form. So this is very, very nice. This is used usually for clients that don't want to use the portal, right? Because either you fill in the portal or you're filling with emails. If you're filling with emails, then you want to make sure that the emails you're going to send are opened by the right people, right? Not by just someone finding the cell phone or the mobile or accessing. So this is how you protect it. And then public sharing, it's the same. We have some different messages. The reason why we have this is obviously because you can share those forms on public, and you want to make sure that the results and the questions are here in French. Don't hesitate, if you have any questions, to send us an email at contact@investglass.com. You see, there's not like too many options, but sometimes it can become a bit fuzzy. So we are here to help you. It's a sophisticated solution. We're here to help you to make it work perfectly. And when you finish, never forget to activate your form, otherwise it will not work. Last but not least, you're gonna click now on public share, and a pop-up is gonna appear with the different public share options, and you want to look for the okay. So you're going to open the public share button, and you want to make sure that here you're gonna have the generic contact that is gonna appear. You click here, click share, and simply click on this iframe code. This is the actual code that you're gonna put into your WordPress. By default, the height might be at 600. If you have a long questionnaire, you can go to 1000, 2000. So play with it and then save it, and it will fit perfectly into your page. So look, now I have my mobile phone, my new field. I can play with it, and it's very handy. You have all the different countries. It's also a great way if you're sending SMS to make sure that you don't have any confusion between the plus country code or the 00 country code. That's a fantastic shortcut, making sure that your phones are going to be perfectly recorded into the CRM. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, as usual, send us an email at contact@investglass.com. contact@investglass.com, and see you soon for another InvestGlass how-to video.